the entire ocean rises. Millions of trillions of tons of water rises. You must know this, 96.5% of water on the planet is in the oceans, and it rises significantly on that day, on those few days rather. This is also one of those days. So all the fluids in the world are rising. When the ocean can rise, yourself, wherever you are from, whatever culture you are, whatever you believe or disbelieve, your body is nearly two-thirds water. When the ocean can rise, do you believe the water in you doesn't rise? Is it possible because you're not born in India, it is not rising for you? It does. Anyway, it does. If you are conscious, you can make use of it for your well-being. Of the 12 to 13 shivaratris that appear in a calendar year, this is called mahashivaratri in the month of Maga, where it has maximum impact on the system, simply because of the tilt and the position of the planet in relationship both with the moon and particularly with the sun. So, what you believe and disbelieve, what culture you come from, what you look like, doesn't matter. There are things happening in the world which affects every life. Mahashivratri is one of them, it affects every life. Those who are conscious can make use of it to become exuberant, ecstatic lives. You also know, on full moon days and new moon days, those who have unfortunately lost their mental balance and who are in serious conditions, let's say in institutions, those days all the institutions take extra care, because those days one's madness is also exaggerated. Because this is not about madness or meditativeness, it is just an upsurge. When there is an upsurge, when there is a big wave, if you know how to ride the wave, it will be great joy. If you do not know how to ride the wave, you will get crushed by the same wave. Somebody who is an expert wave rider, his dream is a tsunami. He would like to ride it. But the word tsunami would strike terror in most people's minds. So this is the same way. There is a little bit of a tsunami within you. It's my intention, it's my wish and my blessing that you must ride this. You must ride this towards your well-being. You must ride this to become an exuberant, an ecstatic human being. It doesn't matter where you are, you don't have to believe or disbelieve anything, you just have to experiment a little bit. If you're against experimentation because you're attached to some dogma, some fundamental belief systems, well, you can still experiment, but if you're against experiment, obviously you're fearful of the truth. Truth is not a bad thing. Truth seems to threaten you only because you have invested heavily in falsehood. If you have not invested in falsehood, what is the problem with truth? That is the best thing that can happen. But truth can dismantle things that you have invested in. This is a brief life. There are only two things to your life. When it comes to your experience of life, the profoundness of your experience. When it comes to your activity, the impactfulness of your activity. This is all there is to life. Rest is all nonsense made up in your head of wealth and fame and this and that. This is all in your head. There are only two things: profoundness of experience and impactfulness of action. This is all there is to our lives. If you want this, if you want to craft your life in such a way that you determine how profound your life is and how impactful your actions are, then you must make use of these forces. You must learn to ride the tsunami of mahashivaratri.
Hi Sadhguru, happy mahashivaratri. My question is that so many people have become enlightened on full moon days like Buddha, Tamil saints on Thaipusam. So how is the full moon different from the crescent moon of Shivaratri? Thank you.
Well, the young woman, what's her name? Well, if you want to make use of the full moon, yes, it's a good one. It has its qualities. Between full moon and new moon or no moon days, the difference is of presence and absence. Difference is of reflected light or darkness. If you're seeking exuberance of activity, if you're seeking a relationship with the world around you, if you are seeking success in the world, I would generally craft your sadhana around full moon. But you have matured to a place where all these things are not fundamental goals of your life. The goals of your life are transcendent in nature. You want to go beyond all this. You don't mind success as a consequence, but not as a fundamental goal. You don't mind love and romance as a consequence, not as a fundamental goal. You don't mind wonderful relationships as a consequence of your pursuit, but not as a fundamental goal. If you have reached that place in your life, then we will make use of mahashivaratri and every shivaratri, 12 to 13 shivaratris in the year. But as a part of this, because I know you're a young person, for you certain things matter still, so from 28th of March, I think, am I right? The next full moon day, in the month of March now, I've committed to 12 full moons that we will have satsang. For these 12 full moons, at whatever time, all these timings will be announced, I think it's 6:40 if I'm right. I'm calling this full moon flirtations, because full moon is like that. That is the nature. Because it's an outward exuberance. New moon, Shivaratri is an inward stillness. If you're seeking stillness, we seek Shivaratri. If you're seeking flirtations with life, then full moon. So we will have full moon flirtations for the next 12 full moons. Be with me, let's see what we can do.
Namaskaram, Sadhguru. So today being Mahashivaratri, I just wanted to know what is the best thing we can offer to Shiva on this occasion?
Best thing is yourself. Because what else do you have? What else do you really have? Everything that you have is something that you gathered from this world. Don't think it belongs to you, you can use it for some time. Don't ever think it belongs to you. Your home, your people, your wealth, the warehouse of collection that you have, it doesn't belong to you. It's only there for your use for some time. So giving those things, what is there, you take it and give it back. What is the point of that? Even the very body that you carry is something that you gathered from this planet. Even giving your body means nothing. If you can give yourself, that is the best thing you can do. But you need something symbolic to offer, because you want to offer something. So normally, it is held this way that on Mahashivaratri day, if you just offer one leaf, a vilva leaf, which is dear to Shiva, just one leaf, not even a flower, they said that's enough. With the right attitude, with devotion burning in your heart, because you don't know how to offer yourself, you just offer a leaf. That will do. Here I have plenty of leaf today, I will offer one for you, wherever you are from. I'm not able to see where she is from, what her name is, but we will offer a leaf, more than one leaf for you and for all those people who are sleeping today. And those who are awake, we've already offered many. Here, we'll offer some more, especially for you. This girl, I don't know where she's from. One leaf will do. The idea is to tell you, the question is not about what, the question is about how. You must understand this. What you do does not determine the quality of your life. How you do it, that is what determines the quality of your life. When I say how, instead of trying to fix what, if you just fix how, your life will be in order. Whatever you do, the nature of the human being is such, in every action, you want to be something more and something more. When you want to be something more, you can rob somebody, you can go and conquer somebody, you can enslave somebody, or you can just go shopping or you can love and embrace. Something becomes yours either by buying it, by enslaving it, by conquering it, or simply by loving it and including it and embracing it as a part of yourself. The same thing happens, but how you do it is what makes the difference. Will your actions be of love, empathy and compassion, or will your actions be of conquest, enslavement, domination? Shopping, I'm not against, but it's one of the ways you can make something yours. So, on this Mahashivaratri day, don't even bother to pluck a leaf. Why pluck a leaf? Just offer yourself. Will Shiva take you away? No, because you're anyway his. Why will he take you? Because you do not know how. What is this? Offering myself means what? So a leaf is a symbolism. You don't even have to go and pluck a leaf in the middle of the night. Just mentally offer a leaf, that is enough. Look at him, he is an ascetic. What will you do with things that you offer? If you offer gold, silver, diamonds, what will an ascetic do with it? If you give me gold chains, what will I do? What will I do with it? I will only think of melting it and doing something, some project. But what will an ascetic do with your offerings? You offering yourself means you will never be an impediment in your life. That must happen. There are 1,000 impediments in the world, there are many issues in the world. You must make sure of this one thing in your life, that you are never the issue in your life. You are not the problem. You are always the solution. Problems will come from outside they keep coming. The more you try to do in the world, the more problems you will face. But you should not be a problem. You should never be an impediment. You should never be an issue in your life. This is what offering yourself means. You've already given yourself, so why will you be in the way?
Namaskaram, Sadhguru.
Oh.
You have often talked about Shiva as the destroyer, and I'm a little scared of this destructive aspect of Shiva. Is there a form of Shiva who is a protector as well? Does Shiva protect us?
See, you have something with you that is very fragile, that can be broken, that can be destroyed. If you live with this, for always you will live in fear and anxiety. So, the way of Shiva is such, everything that can be broken, if it's broken, there is something here that cannot be broken. Life becomes absolutely carefree and wonderful. It's a good way to go. So Shiva is a destroyer, will he be a protector? Yes, but in a very different way than the way you think. Because you can believe what you want to believe. Always people are hoping for something absurd to happen, that when you're just falling down, a hand will come from the sky and hold you. Well, that never happened, but still people never stop believing it. But if you earn the grace of life and the source of life, if you earn the grace, life gets lubricated, well-lubricated machine you become, that you will not get stuck anywhere, you will flow smoothly. I must tell you this now that you're asking this question. The Saptarishis, the first 7 disciples of Shiva, who are today known as the celestial sages in India, when they were to part, when he said, you take this and give it to the world, go in 7 different directions, many different parts of the world that nobody from this land had ever seen, those kind of lands. So they were little apprehensive. When they were just about to leave, they asked him, we don't know where we are going, what kind of people we will meet, and will we be able to share these profound truths with them? So if we are in a mess, if we are in a trouble, will you be there for us? Shiva looked at them, Adiyogi looked at them incredulously and said, well, if you're in trouble, I will sleep. Because this is the way of the mystic. He says, I will sleep. When you sleep, right now you're individual people, tonight, you're individual people because you're not sleeping tonight. But if you sleep, you will become part of the earth, you will become part of everything. You may not know, but you have become, you always are, but you make yourself an individual being, an individual person. But when you sleep, your personality is gone, your gender is gone, your wealth is gone, your qualifications are gone, all your quirks are gone, and you're just one with everything. So Shiva is saying, if you're in trouble, I will sleep, that means I will be one with you. Don't worry. So don't worry about this. Destroyer does not mean he will come and break you down. He will be one with you when you seek him, in that sense. Well, here many manifestations of Shiva have happened. There is a Yogeshwara Linga right here, there's another one in the Adiyogi Alayam, there's of course Dhyana Linga. Different dimensions of Shiva, different aspects of energy to serve for those people who don't like the word, different dimensions of life. Dimension, dimension, dimension. Please stay awake tonight, all of you, dimension people. Tomorrow at least you have some subject to be busy on the Twitter, that's why I'm giving you the opportunity. So, at the entrance of the yoga center, we will be consecrating a Kala Bhairava temple sometime this year. It's already nearing completion in terms of construction. Consecration is a little more complex process because this temple is designed and consecrated to serve both the living and the dead, so it's of a different nature. So, anytime in the next few months it will come up. So, what you call as Shiva is not a person, it's a dimension. And there are many dimensions to him. So, one of these dimensions are called Kala Bhairava, or one who is the master of time. You must understand, your life is timed. Never forget this, that you are timed. As you sit here, your life is ticking away. If you're sleeping, your life is ticking away. If you're doing whatever you're doing or not doing, your life is ticking away. Essentially, your life is timed. So this dimension of Shiva is about the timekeeper, and he is both relevant for the living and the dead. So this is a very special kind of consecration which will be happening Kala Bhairava. Mahadeva Maheshwara Bhairava Kala Bhairava Kala Kala Bhairava Mahakala. This happened a little over a century. In the near Palani Hills, which is the now very famous pilgrimage for devotees of Muruga or Kartikeya. There was a sage who came near Palani, spent a certain amount of time. He went into very deep states of samadhi. Because people saw him in states that they had never seen before, people started gathering, and at one point, more people started gathering around this sage than going to the temple. So naturally, there was a certain amount of disturbance in that society. So, some people conspired and they wanted to somehow see that this sage is put away. So they complained one day to the local, like panchayat kind of setup. And they said, he is in a state of sacrilege because they found him during early morning time when he went for defecation. At that time, he was uttering God's name. To put it very simply, he was shitting and saying Shiva at the same time. Somebody got offended by this. So they complained and they said he must be punished. He is causing a sacrilege. So they called him for an enquiry. He went and sat there. Then they asked, is it true that you are uttering the holy name during unholy times? He said nothing. His mouth was closed, he said nothing. They questioned him again and again, he said nothing. Then they're about to mete out a punishment, some kind of punishment. All they wanted was to have him banished from that place. But then something happened which unnerved all of them. He simply sat there with his mouth closed. But everybody started hearing the reverb of Shambho, loud and clear. He didn't say a thing, mouth is closed, not saying a thing, but his very body started reverberating Shambho. After that, they left him alone. In many ways, this sage and this one sound, Shambho, has been the basis of everything we have done here and we will continue to do here. Our life and our way to go beyond life will be this. So here we will do a Shambho meditation. Very simple. I want all of you to listen carefully, few instructions. Those of you walking up and down, if you settle down quickly, that'll be nice for yourself and everybody. Please, you must either maintain social distancing or you must be masked. One of these things you must manage, please. இப்போ இந்த மொத்தம் சொல்லிடுவீங்களா?
முருக பக்தர்களுக்கெல்லாம் ரொம்ப பிடித்தமான தலம் பழனி. அதற்கு அருகே ஒரு ஞானி ஒருவர் வாழ்ந்தார்கள். எப்பொழுதும் உயர்ந்த சமாதி நிலையிலேயே அவர்கள் காணப்படுவார்கள். அவங்களுடைய சாநித்தியம் காரணமாக அவங்கள சுற்றி நிறைய கூட்டம் கூட ஆரம்பித்தது. ஒரு காலகட்டத்தில் கோயிலுக்கு போகிறவங்களுடைய எண்ணிக்கையை விட இந்த சுவாமிகள் பக்கத்தில் நிறைய பேர் வந்து சேர ஆரம்பித்தாங்க. இது சமூகத்தில் ஒரு விதமான சலசலப்பை ஏற்படுத்தியது. இதை தடுக்க வேண்டும் என்று பல பேர் நினைத்தார்கள். உள்ளூரில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு பஞ்சாயத்து தலைவர் மாதிரி இருக்கக்கூடியவங்ககிட்ட போய் புகார் கொடுத்தாங்க. என்ன புகார் கொடுத்தாங்கன்னா, இந்த சுவாமிகள் வந்து இவங்க மலம் கழிக்க போகிற போது கூட சிவநாமத்தை சொல்கிறாங்க அப்படின்னு புகார் கொடுத்தாங்க. உடனே அவர்கிட்ட ஒரு விசாரணை வச்சாங்க. நீங்கள் புனிதமில்லாத நேரத்தில் கூட இறைவனுடைய புனித நாமத்தை சொல்கிறீர்களாமே அப்படின்னு கேட்டாங்க. அவங்க வாயே திறக்கலை, அமைதியாக இருந்தாங்க. பல்வேறு கேள்விகளில் தொலைச்செடுத்தாங்க. சுவாமிகள் வாய் திறக்காமல் வாய் மூடி மௌனமாக இருந்தாங்க. அவங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது தண்டனை கொடுக்கலாம், அந்த ஊரை விட்டே வெளியே அனுப்பிடலான்னு முடிவு பண்ண நேரத்தில் ஒரு சம்பவம் நடந்தது. சுவாமிகள் வாய் மூடி இருந்தாங்க. ஆனால் அவங்கக்கிட்டேருந்து ஷம்போ என்கிற அந்த மந்திர அதிர்வு உருவானதை அதை எல்லாராலையும் கேட்க முடிஞ்சுது. அந்த ஞானியும் அந்த ஷம்போ மந்திரமும் தான் ஈஷாவினுடைய மூல அம்சங்களில் ஒன்று. இதுவரை நாம் வாழ்வதற்கும் இந்த வாழ்வை கடந்து போவதற்கும் ஷம்போ என்கிற இந்த உச்சாடனம் ஒரு பெரிய சாதனமாக கருவியாக இருக்கும். இதை எப்படி உச்சரிக்கிறது அப்படிங்கிற வழிமுறைகளை நீங்கள் கவனமாக இப்போ கேட்டுக்கணும். அங்கங்கே நடந்து கொண்டிருப்பவங்க ஒரே இடத்துல அமர்ந்துருங்க. ஒன்று சமூக இடைவெளி நீங்கள் 2 பேர் மத்தியில் கண்டிப்பாக இருக்கணும், அல்லது முகக்கவசம் அணிந்திருக்கணும். இந்த நிலையில் இப்பொழுது நீங்கள் இந்த ஷம்போ மந்திர உச்சாரணத்துக்கு தயாராகலாம்.
இந்த உடலில் இந்த 3 இடங்கள் இருக்குது. இதுக்கு அனாஹத்தம்னு சொல்லுவோம். எங்கே உங்கள் விலா எலும்பு வந்து சேருது, இதுக்கு அனாஹத்தம்னு சொல்லுவோம். இந்த தொண்டைக்குழியில் இருக்கிறதுக்கு விசுத்தின்னு சொல்லுவோம். பூர்வத்து நடுவில் இருக்கிறதுக்கு ஆக்னான்னு சொல்லுவோம். நீங்கள் பெண்மணி எல்லாமே என்ன பண்ணணுன்னா, உங்கள் இந்த இடது கை எடுத்துகிட்டு உங்கள் அனாஹத்தத்தில் இப்படி வச்சுட்டு அதுக்கு மேலே வலத்து கை இப்படி வச்சுக்கணும். நான் விசுத்தின்னு சொன்னால் இல்லை தொண்டைக்குழின்னு சொன்னால் இங்கே எடுத்து வச்சுக்கணும். பூர்வத்தை நடுவில்னு சொன்னால் இங்கே வச்சுக்கணும். புரிஞ்சிட்டு தானே இந்த 3 விஷயம். இங்கே எலும்பு இந்த எலும்பு சேர்கிற இடத்துல இந்த எலும்புக்கூடு இங்கே சேர்ற இடத்துல அதுக்கு கீழே அனாஹத்தம் இங்கே வச்சுக்கணும். முதல்ல தொண்டைக்குழின்னு சொன்ன இங்கே வச்சுக்கணும். புருவத்து நடுவில்னா இங்கே வச்சுக்கணும். ஆண்கள் எல்லாமே வலத்து கை முதல் வச்சுட்டு இடத்து கை அது மேலே வச்சுக்கணும். அவர் கூட அதே தான், தொண்டைக்குழியான இங்கே வச்சுக்கணும், புருவத்து நடுவில்னா இங்கே வச்சுக்கணும். So these are three aspects of your physiology, your energy physiology. There is something called as anahata, where your rib cage meets, just beneath that is anahata. Your pit of your throat is vishuddhi, between your eyebrows is the agna. So all the ladies, you must hold your left palm, the center of your left palm in line with your anahata, and then place the right palm over this. We can't call you gentlemen anymore, it's too English. All the male members, who wherever you are, you must just do the reverse, put the right hand and put the left over that. So when I say Vishuddhi or pit of the throat, move it here. When I say Agna or between the eyebrows, move it here. So if you are a female, left hand first. If you are a male, right hand first. And then the other hand over that. If you have 4 hands, still the same thing. No, just in case you are… who knows? Is this clear? So we will utter this sound, say this after me. Don't run away with the mantra, just say it at a certain pace and go with the pace that we set. Please place your hands upon your anahata. Ladies, left hand first and then the right hand. Men, right hand first and then the left hand. Close your eyes. எல்லாம் உங்கள் உள்ளங்கை இந்த நெஞ்சில் இந்த பாகத்தில் வச்சுட்டு எங்கே நுரையீரல் வந்து சேருது அது கீழே அப்படி வச்சுட்டு, பெண்கள் எல்லாமே முதல் எடுத்து கை, அதுக்கு மேலே வலத்து கை, ஆண்கள் முதல் வலத்து கை, அதுக்கப்புறம் எடுத்து கை, அப்படி வச்சு கண்ணு மூடி முகம் லேசாக மேல் முக்கமாக வச்சு கண்ணு மூடி உட்காந்துக்கலாம். Sit with a slightly upturned face, eyes closed. Shambha 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 Shambho, 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 Shambho. Move your hands to the pit of your throat, Vishuddhi. Unga உள்ளங்கை எடுத்து தொண்டை குழியில வச்சுக்கலாம். அப்படியே தொண்டை குழியில வச்சுக்கலாம். கை எடுத்து புருவத்து நடுவில் வச்சுக்கலாம். Please move your hands between your eyebrows, the center of your palm between your eyebrows. Shivanagabandhana Yogeshwara Shivanagabandhana Bhuteshwara Shivanagabandhana Yogeshwara Shivanagabandhana Bhuteshwara Bandhana Madheva Bahurupiya Kandano Kandano Ijiviya Kandano Kandano Ijiviya Yanjiva Veundhano Shivarupiya Tandano Tandano Gnanamrita Tandano Tandano Gnanamrita Tandano Tandano Gnanamrita.
If you want another amazing video highlighting excellence in the Indian community, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. continue to believe, and I'll see you there.